So the beginning of our last 10-day break began on a train to Geneva because that is where our flight left from to get us to Split, Croatia. So we ended up spending the afternoon / evening in Geneva after a beautiful 4-hour train ride.
They're entertaining.
They're about to fight. I can see it.
Is that what? Maybe that?
Oh wait, maybe that one's trying to mate with that one.
Yeah.
That one's defending.
What?
Since our flight was at 6 a.m. the next morning, we decided to not get a hotel or Airbnb anything because that kind of seemed like a waste of money. So we ended up just sleeping in the airport even though we didn't really sleep. The airport said that it opened at 4, but nothing really started moving until 5, so we just kind of waited around for a solid hour before we actually got to our gate and everything, despite it being a pretty small airport. And then we had about a 2-hour flight, I think, to Split. We got there at 7 a.m. and then we decided to nap for a little bit because we had been up for over 24 hours at this point, I think. And then after waking up from my nap, I only slept for like 2 or 2.5 hours. Here is the view I woke up to at our Airbnb in Split. Once we were all up and ready around 2:30, we decided to head over to the mainland Trogir. We were actually staying 30 minutes outside of Split in this little town called Trogir. We were on the island portion of it, and to get to the mainland, we actually had to do a 2-mile walk because the bridge that was supposed to connect us to the mainland was severed, and there was like no Ubers or taxis on our side, so we walked 2 miles to get over to the mainland. So that was really annoying at first, but it was such a cute little town. We just explored, walked through the maze of it, and then we grabbed a light dinner. We got a hamburger and fries. I think we all got that. And then we just walked around some more to make our long journey worth it. And here's the bridge that was severed. But we ended up finding out that there was a ferry that could take us across, which was super convenient.
This bridge sucks. Made our walk an hour longer.
The next morning we woke up and it was super rainy outside, but we had plans to go ziplining, so we hoped they would hold on. But we started off the day by eating breakfast in Split after grabbing an Uber over there that took about 30 minutes. Then we walked around Split some. It's such a cute little city. It's like enclosed in a palace, which is really cool, so the architecture was naturally super beautiful. But we just walked around for a while just exploring the city and seeing what it had to offer, and we stumbled across this little food market, which was so cute.
Guys, I can't tell you how oh, I love your house.
After seeing all of these cats in Split, we took a 30-minute Uber to Omis, which is where we were going to zipline. We were afraid it was going to get canceled because of the really terrible weather in the morning, but the rain held off and ended up being a really beautiful day. Omis is such a unique place and it was absolutely gorgeous. The ziplining was incredible. I'll let the scenery talk for itself. The ziplining consisted of 8 lines just throughout the mountains of Croatia, so that was literally incredible, and it was only $60 for like a 2.5 hour experience. But then after they dropped us back off in the center of Omis, we walked around a little bit, and then we headed back to Split and saw these cats eating ribs and spaghetti, and then we grabbed dinner. This was honestly a really weird pasta, and I didn't really love it, but trying new things, I guess.
The hills here are no joke. You can't really tell, so I'll try to show it in another video, but literally straight down. And I started my run by going up there. It was awful. And it's at the beginning of the run.
We had tried to book a boat tour for this morning, but 30 minutes after we booked it, it was canceled because they said the waves were too rough and it also wasn't super warm. So we got a late start to the day, but we just decided to go back to Split for the afternoon. We grabbed lunch there, we ended up grabbing ice cream later, and then we just kind of sat by the water and chatted for a bit. It was a really chill day. On our last full day in Croatia, we did a tour to the Krka National Park, which is basically just a series of incredible waterfalls. It was absolutely amazing, and for the entire day, like transportation, entry into the park, etc., it was only $28, which I thought was a really good deal, and I thought the park was beautiful. I love stuff like this. At this park, you basically just walked on a path through all of the waterfalls. It was a really cool concept and took us about 30 minutes to do, and then it led us out to another huge waterfall.
Hi! Oh, look at you pose. Hey you! Look at me! Meow!
I begin to
After everyone in our group completed the path around 12 o'clock, we took a 15-minute ferry to an island, I think it was, close to the national park, and you could just walk around, eat lunch, sit by the beach, whatever you wanted to do, and that's exactly what we did. So our tour ended up getting back to Trogir around 4 or 4:30, which was a really nice time to end. So we walked around the town one more time on our last evening, and then we grabbed an early dinner by the water at a cute little restaurant. I got some lasagna, a fancy drink with like dried flower petals in it, and then the lady like did this dry ice thing at our table. It was really cool.
A human being, I want to make you take that chance. Things have been different for me ever since I met Hildy. I've never met anyone quite like her before.
We had to head out pretty early the next morning because we had a flight at 10 a.m. But of course, here's a little Airbnb tour. We had the kitchen and living room over there, and then the one bathroom, which served us well. The hot water didn't last super long, but that was fine. There was only 3 of us. Here's the room that Lauren and I slept in, and it of course had a beautiful view of Trogir, just like every window from this place did. Here's the bed that I stayed in, and then if you just go down the hall, that's the room that Brenna stayed in.